Hi, this is David Oliver. In this video, I'm going to show you how I created my composition Lightning McQueen Black using Soundiron David Oliver's drum kit. I played live bass and guitars and also utilised Soundiron's David Oliver's shake for the latter part of the track to give it a build-up to the end. Composer extraordinaire Barnaby Taylor played organ, wah guitar and MIDI brass. The kit is a vintage Pearl DLX Professional Series drum kit, matched with a modern Mapex Peacemaker snare. Alternative vintage snare in this kit is a Pearl brass-shelled Super Gripper. Craig uses this snare in his composing a rock track video. Before I delve into the Soundiron David Oliver's drum kit NKI, here's the track in full. Okay, the way I composed this track was from the drums up. Before converting to the MIDI kit you've just heard, I recorded the drum kit using dedicated mics on the snare, kick drum, toms and overheads. I recorded a drum fill intro, hi-hat bass groove and transition into a ride cymbal groove. The backbeat snare hits are mostly very slightly behind the click. These are the WAV stems of the live drumming. I then bounced down the 8 mic stems into one track and sliced it up into sections to extend the track to over 2 minutes. This beat is based on a style created by the late great Clyde Stubblefield, James Brown's drummer. Feel is everything and playing the one. Bearing that in mind, I then looped the main groove and jammed along on bass until I found a riff that felt in the pocket. Then I recorded it for reference. Next I did the same for the bridge part with the ride cymbal plays to give the track a more laid-back feel. Then I came out with a middle 8 section to lift the track using the bell of the ride cymbal on the offbeat, and hi-hat closing to the left to balance out the overall panning sound. Next I laid down the guitar part, playing semi-muted notes to match the bass line. Then I sent the rough guide to composer Barnaby Taylor, who played organ, wah-wah guitar and brass section MIDI. Inspired by his incredible musicianship, I added a clean, funky guitar part to the middle 8. And some dreamy open harmonic 12th fret chords to the first bridge. Before I converted the live drumming to MIDI drums, I used the Full Kit Pro NKI and customized the kit layout using the remapper function, which Craig explained in the walkthrough video, which you can find on the Soundiron webpage of the David Oliver's drum kit. The next step was to convert my live drumming into MIDI and assign it to the Soundiron David Oliver's drum kit NKI. Using the drum doubling function in Logic, I replaced the kick drum, snare drum and tom parts from their original soloed stems and assigned them to our drum kit NKI. The hi-hats and ride cymbals I played from my MIDI keyboard over the top of the kick and snare channel. Then I glued the passes together to create a whole kit. I put the toms on 2 separate channels and pan them to the positions I hear them when I'm playing my kit live. I pan the hi-hats left and the rides right and put each cymbal on its own stem for a wide panning array sound using the solo cymbal NKI and also the solo toms NKI. I then went through the MIDI parts and tweaked the velocities to get the right balance of dynamics and reassigned some snare hits to rim shots and alternative sounding hits. Variation is the key to make a MIDI kit sound live. For the drop-down drum solo part, I programmed the snare part using Solo NKI to make use of some of the drags and rolls. Once again, you can assign these to the main kit using the remapping function, but I wanted this section to have a different flavour and more jazzy. This passage I programmed the snares around the beat and brought in some open snare sounds and choked splash cymbals. For the next part, the groove drop down, I went for an even more laid back groove to create contrast before another lift in the last bridge, using more open snares and toms, before a flam on the toms and a slow down end, like a real live jam session. I bounced the stems down individually and sent them over to Barnaby Taylor, who mixed and mastered the track. Thanks for watching.